Good morning, guys. It is Saturday, the day before Easter. For he is not here, he is risen, just as he said. Thank you, Lord. I've always looked at Easter as a time of new beginnings. Well, this is no different. I'm taking you guys on a journey, and you'll learn and you'll understand more about what's going on later in the video. So please stick around. But before we get into any of that, I want you to look at this graph. Guys, I've gotten a lot of subscribers over the last couple of weeks, but my analytics are still telling me that only about 20% of you that are watching the videos are actually subscribed to the channel. I would love to have you be a part of the Big South family. So anyway, we're going to get on the big road here in just a few minutes, and we'll see you then. We're getting close to the big road, but I did want to go ahead and mention a couple of things. I do have merch. There will be a link in the description below for that. And I also, if you feel the need to do so, I'm not asking you to do it. I'm not, requiring you to do it. It is not expected. I want that understood. But if you feel the need to click that super thanks and donate to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that also. My name is Brian, and you're watching there's as much construction going on today as there normally is during the week on this road, but on this highway. But we're fixing to find out. It looks like there's about the same amount of traffic. But this is the highway that runs from New York City down to Miami, Florida. Roll on, big dog. come for me to get off the big road. Do you know where I'm going yet? Leave me some comments. See you when I get there. And we're here. I'm gonna turn around here where I can get in and out fairly easy. We'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, I've got the phone on the tentacle, and I'm gonna get out of here and go in there and get their permission to film before I actually turn the camera on, so y'all stay tuned. How you doing? All right, guys, I am at, hold on, let me turn the camera around. I am at Lankes Bicycle Shop. They are an authorized dealer, and as you can see, this is their showroom. They sell Cub Cadet, they sell Gravely, they sell more Cub Cadets, and they also sell ariens, which I don't see many. I don't see any, as a matter of fact. But anyway, we're gonna, so what do you think I'm gonna be buying? Is it gonna be a chainsaw? You know, my chainsaw died not long ago. And here's the steel products. Am I going to be buying a blower? Here's the what is that? The 8. That's the BR800C. That's got the side start on it right there. And then you got the BR800X. So what am I going to be buying, guys? Oh, here's the ariens. See, this is the Envy. This is the newer version of the orange turd. And here's the Apex. This is the one, guys, you normally find at Lowe's. But I bought mine, this one, at an authorized dealer. And here is the ariens Envy 60-inch. So this is the 60-inch. To this is a 48, not a 42, but they're all basically the same. So what do you think I'm here to buy? Of all this stock, what do you think I'm here to buy? Here's the electric. Now, I've said it more than one time, you will never see me buying any of this stuff. Here's the pressure washer, Cub Cadet. So guys, what am I here to buy? Well, you're going to have to wait to see. Guys, this is the owner, Miss Gail of Lankes.
Hey, how are y'all? Come and see us. We got the best deals in town.
You got that right.
Thank you.
Guys, as you can see, I'm still sitting on the ariens. Or as I like to call it, the orange turd. Well, you saw when I was up there, they sell different brands of mowers. They only sell steel weed eaters, trimmers, hedge trimmers, blowers, things like that. And they do carry some electric stuff, but most of it, I was talking to Miss Gail off camera, and she said nobody wants to buy it. She said it's most of that stuff over there has dust on it because it's been there for so long. But I'm not getting into that. But I've been contemplating what to do because summer's coming up, and you see the condition of this mower. And before anybody makes any stupid comments, I know it's a residential mower. That was what I had, that was what I intended to buy, and that's why I bought this one. But there's a caveat to that. I was told by that dealer that it would be far superior to the Craftsman I had, and it is not. When you have a dealer that you've been dealing with for 21, 22 years, and you see the trend start trending more towards getting sales than good customer service, it's time to find another dealer, and that's what I had to do. I hated it. I did not want to do that. I liked the people I was dealing with. They were great people, but they got more concerned with sales, and nothing wrong with making money. I like making money. But when it came down to, they were more interested in making a quick sale because they knew I was in a desperate situation than they were saying, hey, stop just a second. Let's back up and let's take a look at this situation and see if we can't find you something that's going to stay underneath you for quite a few years to come. They didn't care about that. All they cared about was making $5,000. And that's what I had a problem with. But anyway, as you saw in the showroom, they sell many different brands. I went up there to look. I did not go up there with the explicit purpose of buying anything. I went up there to look because summer's coming, and I don't think this thing is going to survive a full summer. I really don't. Not without having to have major work done to it, and I'm not putting any more money into it. I'm just not. So anyway, so what did I go up there for? Well, here is what I decided on. This is what I decided to do while I was up there, and I hope it meets with your approval. Oops, I made myself younger. Can it stay like this? No? Fine. Alright guys, well, here we are. I went up there to look at different mowers because you saw the ariens, you saw what condition it's in, and I honestly don't think it's going to last another summer. And I've had some comments about you abuse that mower and you abuse your equipment and all that. No, I don't. I have been assured that the things I do with my equipment is well within the bounds of what it's capable of doing. So, to the naysayers, but anyway, I went up there with the explicit purpose of looking for something to maybe in a month or so replace the ariens. Am I getting rid of the ariens? As of right now, no. I probably will keep it and use it have it handy for a backup. I'm not sure yet, but time will tell. We will cross that bridge when we come to it. But for now, with spring busting open, the grass starting to grow, I've got several larger properties. I had to have something that was going to stay under me. And I went and talked to Miss Gail. Y'all saw her in the video here. And we sat down and talked, and she made me a deal on this one I couldn't turn down. She saved me a lot of money. Now, yes, Gravely is having a sale, but she saved me a lot of money. And if you are anywhere in the Dunn or the Smithfield area or the Benson area, and you've never been, or the Clayton area, if you haven't ever been to Lankes bicycle shop in Dunn, it would behoove you to go up there and create a relationship with them. They are phenomenal people. Miss Gail is one of the nicest, most genuine people, and they're not out to rob you. They're not out to sell you something and not be there when things fall apart. So, just to give you a synopsis, a real quick illustration, there was guys that come in there today that had used mowers. They traded 2 used mowers in and bought 2 brand new mowers. So they do trade-ins where the other dealer I was dealing with would not. They did not take trade-ins. Now you're beginning to see the picture I'm painting is why I moved dealers. So anyway, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this, and I'm going to take you on a quick tour because you're going to be seeing this machine on the videos really, really soon. It is a 52-inch deck, the same as the 452 over there. And the reason I went with that, because I didn't want to have to buy 2 separate size blades. I've got a stockpile of 52-inch blades. I can use them on either machine now. And there's only 1 or 2 jobs that I'm going to have to give up. But oh well, they will survive. They will find someone else. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to take you for a walk around the mower and show you some of the features, and then we'll go from there. Now, I'm going to point out one thing about this machine I don't like already, but they told me what to do, and it's not a big deal. This seat doesn't flip forward like this. It actually, you grab it right here and it pulls up completely, and they said it sits about this high up off the deck, and it gives you a better vantage point of everything underneath the seat. They told me, they said you take that bolt out and you put a cotter pin the same size and put a pin in there and put a cotter key in it. He said that's all you need to do. It holds 5 gallons of gas in each tank. That's 10 gallons total. It has the fuel gauges. These are new and improved fuel gauges from Gravely. He said if these quit working, he said you bring it back. He said because there's something wrong with them. He said but we've got machines out right now that are 4 years old and these are still working. It has the Kawasaki FX801V engine. It's got braking oil in it right now. That's why you don't see the Opti4 tag on it, but you will. It has 25 horsepower, and it has the commercial. And guys, this is a full commercial machine. This is a beast. And it has the 2-stage air filter. The fuel shutoff is down here, right here. The relay box is right here. I'm not exactly sure what this is. I think this is the brake system. I'd have to, let me see. Let me move this thing and see. Yes, that's the brake system. So, the tires on this thing are massive. I mean, look at my hand. These tires are massive. They are, I might have to get Nate to read these for me because I can't. They are 24 by 12 by 12, 24 inches tall. And it is a 300 series, and it is a 52-inch deck, 52-inch cut, and it's the X Factor 3. Now, what's the difference between the X Factor 2 and the X Factor 3? Well, I'm fixing to show you. The X Factor 2 has a straight, flat edge on it, just like this. This has a beveled edge. I don't know if you can see that. It has a beveled edge on it. It slants out like this. They tell me, I've never had any experience with it, so if you know, you tell me. They say it is better at picking the grass up like this and allowing the blades to cut it cleaner. This thing has run flat tires on the front, which was a must for me. It has, let me lift this up. It has the constant tension belt system right here. Look at that massive spring. Good gosh. See, guys, that's what I'm talking about. Look at the size of the frame on this thing. Now let me put my hand under here. Yeah, it's solid. Look at the size of that frame. Look at that. The frame is that thick to my middle finger. And I'll have to get a tape measure to measure that to give you an accurate measurement. But the other thing that's different about this one that's different about the 452 is this one has the suspension seat. The 452 has the air ride seat. But both of them, I don't know if you've seen my video on the 452, the 1200 hour review, but I mentioned in that the adjustment wheel on the 452 having issues. That was the first year they came out with that style. They still had the pin style, but that was the first year they had come out with that, as in 2020. This is a 2024. Well, this one has the new improved version. Now I want to demonstrate it. It's sitting on 3 inches right now and it's locked in place. You just pick the thing up, pull it back, and drop it. Now if you want to change, you just roll down and it drops the deck down. If you want to pick it up, Well, I didn't mean to do that, but it locked in place. If you want to adjust it down, right here is the mark of your adjustment. Right now it's on 3 inches. You just grab this, pull it back, and then you push it up and it locks in place for transportation mode. You push it in, pull it back, drop it down like that. And guys, I mean, look at the thickness of that steel. That right there is 3/16 of an inch thick. It does have the boot. Now, I don't ever, let me get off this thing. And I am going to be, you see this piece of sandpaper right here? I am going to extend this because I don't want to, it's hard to step right there. And I'm going to put it right there so it doesn't, I don't slip and fall, or Nate don't slip and fall. But I've never used one of these. You just drop it down like that. And the reason I've never used one, and I probably won't use this one, is because it's hard to move around obstacles if you happen to be on that side. Now, the one thing I did notice is the rock bar system is completely different on this than it is the 452, and I like this better. And I'm fixing to show you. I'm not going to tell you, I'm going to show you what it is. If you notice on the 452, if you've ever noticed and really paid attention, the rock bar on it, good Lord, that's tight. The rock bar on it, well, I can't pull it. Hold on, guys. All right, guys, I got it. It's got some plastic in it from where they unwrapped it. This thing is brand new. It has 0 hours on it. But the rock bar on the Gravely over there on the 452, it sits way at an angle like this. Well, this one here almost sits flat. Not quite, but almost. And that's probably where I'll run it, and that's probably where I'll keep it. Now, another difference between this machine and the Gravely 452, the Gravely 452 has Hydro Gear 5800 or 5200, I can't remember which one, Hydro Gear pumps. This one has Parker pumps, and I'm not sure what size they are. I'll have to look at the book. But anyway, I think later on I'm going to be putting the green guard on this one. Not now, but later on. And this one I'm going to be buying here probably in the next month and a half, a weed eater rack for this one. And I like this better because these tanks don't stick out so far, and I can put the weed eater rack over here on this side, and it will not interfere with the green guard. And the reason I'm doing that, guys, is simply because this side is the side, the side of the deck that's the non-discharge side, and this is the side you work around bushes and flower beds and trees and things like that. And having it on that side of the 452, I have been it I don't know how many times. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. Now, there's a couple of things I need to go over to learn myself, but that's the Gravely 300 52-inch cut with the X Factor 3 deck. Now, why did I go with the 300 and not the 400 or the 500? Well, number one, the 400 doesn't exist anymore. Number two, this is as comparable to the 400 series as you can get without the air ride seat. Now, I could have bought an air ride seat. You have an option to buy an air ride seat to install on this. But guys, the suspension seat is just as comfortable, and the seat itself is comfortable as the 452. So I didn't see any reason to jump up to the 500 and spend another $4,000, because the 500 is right at $18,000. I didn't see any sense in spending that kind of money for almost $5,000 extra for an air ride seat. When I bought that one, it came on the machine, and now they don't even make that 400 series anymore. They make the 100, the 300, the Mach 1. Now I'm talking in full commercial. Well, actually, I take that back. The full commercial is the Gravely Z ProTurn Z, the Gravely ProTurn ZX. Now the Z has the same type seat as the Ariens has. The ZT has a cheaper version of a suspension seat. It's a cable suspension. It's not a spring suspension. The 100 series is the next one up from that. And these are all full commercial machines. Then you have the 300. Then you have the Mach 1, which is mainly for cutting wide open fields, and you're not worried about grass disbursement. You're just going to cut it and leave it laying, like cutting a hayfield, basically. And then you have the 500, which is this machine right here with a air ride seat. That's the only difference. And it's got a 27 horsepower engine, where this one has a 25 horsepower. I mean, when you're cutting grass, 2 horsepower ain't gonna make that much of a difference. Now the 600, that's where you get into the money. The 600 is like almost $20,000. It has the suspension platform. It doesn't have an air ride seat. It's got a seat just like the Ariens has, but this whole platform moves back and forth. I don't know if I would like that or not. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I chose the 300 not because of money. I mean, you know, the money was not an object. I mean, and I'm not bragging. To God be the glory. I mean, it's Easter weekend. He is risen. To God be the glory. The money was not the object. The object was practicality. You know, am I willing to pay that much more for just a little bit of difference? And the answer is no. This seat is just as comfortable. And now when I say the seat, I don't mean the suspension part. I mean the seat itself. It's just as comfortable as that 452. And the suspension part, you really can't tell the difference between it and air ride. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm a big guy. And the air ride, I have to pump it up so tight, sometimes it rides a little rough. I'm hoping this one will be different. Well, that's gonna do it, guys. You'll see this on the videos to come here in the very near future. And what my plan is to run it for probably 50 hours and then do a review, and then do another review at 100 hours just to keep you guys abreast of how it's doing, how it's performing, if I've had any issues, if I found any issues that I didn't know about, that kind of thing. So, am I happy with my decision? Yes. Am I happy that I had to make the decision? No. Because I feel like, well, I know, there's no feeling to it. I know I was lied to. Now, I know there's going to be haters out there that say, well, you should have known a residential machine wouldn't hold up to commercial style work. Well, I had one that did. So what's your excuse now? What's your reason now? Because I'm going to put a picture of it right here. This Craftsman held up. The only reason I got rid of it is because the clutch fell off, and I wasn't willing to put the money into it to do the work on it, to do the machining on it, to get the clutch to fit. There was a man that lives, you know, maybe 6 miles from here. He has a shop. He works on lawnmowers for a living, and he owns rental properties. He took that machine, tore the motor apart, put a new crankshaft, put another crankshaft in it from another machine, and fixed the mower. And he's still using it. So what's your excuse now? That machine is a piece of garbage. Now I'm just going to say it. It's not the type of work it was doing. It was not the hours it was being run. And it was not being abused. That machine is a piece of junk. Flat out. But that's enough of that. You won't be seeing the Ariens on the channel any longer. Unless I take a job, and I don't foresee this happening, where I need it. That's going to be the extent of it. So the era of the ariens is over. Long live Gravely. And before anybody says anything, yes, I know that ariens and Gravely are made by the same company, but they were designed. These were designed by Mr. Gravely himself. They were not designed by Ariens Co. Ariens Co. bought the company from someone else that Gravely had sold it to. And they are living up to the Gravely design. Everything about this machine was designed. Now, yeah, there's new technology in it that Mr. Gravely didn't have anything to do with. Didn't have anything to do with it. But the thickness of the steel, the grade of the steel in the deck, the spindle sizes, the fork sizes, the tires, that was designed by Mr. Gravely. It was not designed by Ariens Co. Ariens Co. bought the company and they build these machines to those specifications. So I want that made clear. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. I hope from the bottom of my heart you have a happy, joyous, or you had a happy, joyous Easter. In case you haven't thought about it, Easter Sunday is tomorrow. Now this video probably won't come out for a week and a half or so, so that's why I'm saying I hope you had a wonderful Easter. So this is Brian with Big South Outdoors TV reminding you that Jesus is risen and he's seated at the right hand of the Father. Be sure and enjoy your Easter and live big, live Southern, and live outdoors, guys. This is Brian. Until we meet again, have a good one.